A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant diplomatic maneuver, U.S. President Donald Trump met with Syria's President Ahmed al-Sharaa in Saudi Arabia, urging him to normalize relations with Israel, marking a pivotal shift in U.S. foreign policy. This meeting comes on the heels of a surprising announcement from the U.S. government stating it would lift all sanctions on the Islamist-led Syrian government. The meeting took place on Wednesday, just before a summit between the United States and Gulf Arab countries, and was attended by Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, also known as MBS, along with Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, who joined virtually. Trump's push for Sharaa to align with the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, and Morocco, which normalized relations with Israel under the U.S.-brokered Abraham Accords in 2020, reflects a broader strategy to reshape alliances in the Middle East. The White House press secretary shared this development on social media, indicating that the U.S. is keen to see more Arab nations follow suit. However, discussions regarding Saudi Arabia's potential involvement in the Abraham Accords have stalled due to the ongoing conflict in Gaza, with the kingdom insisting that any normalization must be contingent on the establishment of a Palestinian state. Despite concerns from within his administration regarding Sharaa's past affiliations with al-Qaeda, Trump expressed optimism about the potential for normalizing relations with Syria, stating that the lifting of sanctions would facilitate humanitarian efforts and encourage foreign investment in the war-torn country. This decision is seen as a significant boost for Sharaa, who has been striving to consolidate power in Syria following the ousting of former President Bashar al-Assad. The removal of U.S. sanctions, which have isolated Syria from the global financial system, is expected to ease the path for humanitarian organizations operating within the country, as well as promote trade and investment as Syria embarks on a path to reconstruction. However, the move has drawn skepticism from U.S. ally Israel, which has opposed any sanctions relief for Syria and has intensified military operations in the region, citing concerns over the presence of Islamist factions. Sharaa, who previously led al-Qaeda's operations in Syria and was once the subject of a $10 million bounty by the U.S., has worked to distance himself from extremist affiliations since severing ties with al-Qaeda in 2016. Trump's visit to Saudi Arabia kicked off a 4-day tour of the Gulf region, marked by extravagant ceremonies and significant business agreements, including a staggering $600 billion commitment from Saudi Arabia to invest in the U.S. and $142 billion in arms sales to the kingdom. Following his meeting in Saudi Arabia, Trump is set to travel to Doha, Qatar, for a state visit with Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, where major investment announcements are anticipated. This visit comes amid controversy over the White House's acceptance of a Boeing 747-8 jet as a gift from Qatar, which is intended to serve as a future Air Force One, raising concerns about potential corruption and security implications. After Qatar, Trump will head to Abu Dhabi for discussions with UAE leaders before returning to Washington, although he has hinted at a possible detour to Turkey for a meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. As the geopolitical landscape continues to evolve, the implications of Trump's diplomatic efforts remain to be seen, particularly in light of the complex and often contentious relationships within the region. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.